Do you organize events? If you do, you will love how mobile app technology will help you to run better events. Apps will allow you to extend your event before and even after the event, not just during the event. So imagine the possibilities of what that can allow you to do. Hi everyone, I'm Trisha from Lycos Communications, and if you can't already tell, I am super pumped about apps. You see, when I see something that can actually get a huge ROI or return on investment while helping a company gain bigger authority, and also it's something that not a lot of competitors are on yet, well, you can see why I get super excited about the potential that apps have. So before I jump into the 5 features that an app can do for you, let me first give you some app statistics that you'll find very interesting. 91% of smartphone users have their phones within reach all day long, every single day. 58% of smartphone users can't even go an hour without checking their smartphone. I found this one very interesting. Look at all the different times and ways that people are using their cell phones. So what does this mean for you? Well, as a business, look at these stats. So the first one, 98% of push notifications are read under 30 minutes. What does that mean for you as a business? Well, it means you can get people in quickly. You get people to take action quickly because apps bring in instant sales and they also bring in repeat customers. It's also a fabulous way to keep your customers coming back again and again. So as promised, here are 5 app features that will help you shake things up at your next event. So the first feature I want to talk to you about is push notifications. You see, push notifications on your cell phone will bypass everything else. They'll bypass email, they'll bypass text messaging. They pretty much show up as alerts as soon as you turn on your phone. And just imagine what that means for you. Your message will get read first. And as we mentioned during our statistics that we looked at, is push notifications actually get read like over 95% of the time. Now, you don't want to overuse push notifications, but imagine sending out a message first thing in the morning the day of your event, and you get attendees excited, and you're setting the mood for the event even before they show up. Or how about a notification reminder that the event's coming up a few hours before, a few days before, right? You don't want people to forget about your event. For larger event organizers, imagine being able to alert all of your attendees at once. For example, I know of one outdoor event that lost all their visitors during a very brief thunderstorm. So imagine if they were able to alert everybody and let them know that the storm was only going to last for a few minutes. Or how about if there's an emergency alert that you need to get out to everybody? For example, goodness forbid, but if a child goes missing, or if there's a danger alert, or even something as simple as, a parking lot is full and was shut down and you want to let everybody know where alternate parking is, or the meeting room has moved, or something like that. So push notifications in general, if you need to reach your audience quickly, that's what it allows you to do. E-commerce functionality. Buy now. Imagine being able to have event attendees not only make event and seminar ticket purchases direct on your app, but having them be able to buy anything related to your event. For example, you can sell books, courses, webinars, clothing, anything else you could think of. Or you could promote your top vendor or speaker offerings direct on your app. Imagine how much more value you're adding to your event speakers and financial supporters through selling their services on the app. It's a great perk for your attendees as well, because if they're attending the event, they want or need those exact products or services. You're essentially making it simple for them to make their desired purchases. Information providing. You can display all types of information on an app. Everything from seminar topics and times, saving you from printing all of those agendas, to venue maps, parking maps, food times, even linked to menus. Why not? Then people can hurry up, decide what they want to eat, and get back to your event on time. Or imagine even after the event, a lot of times people try to still get together, so they want to organize gatherings even following your event, which is fabulous for you because it's going to make the event more valuable for them. An app will allow them to do things like that. You can even include an FAQ page and direct people there prior to your event, possibly saving hours of time from you and your staff from being asked the exact same questions. So let me just give you an example of how useful an app can be. At the last event I did an app for, 2 ladies came up to me and told me that they had forgotten the address and to bring the address with them. But they remembered they had an app. So they went on the app, found the map, and got to the event on time. So little things like that, it really makes a difference. So just remember, people may forget your URL. They may forget to bring directions to the event with them, but they will never, ever forget their phones. Or it would be very rare that they forget their phones. And if they have their phones, they have your app, they click on your app, and the event information is right there for them. Another great feature about an app is the ability to feature important people on your app. So who do you want to feature through your event? How about things like trade show vendors or speakers? How about yourself and your organizations or the charities that you support? You can create profile pages in a nice slideshow format that's easy to navigate. You can also add links back to these people's websites. You can also include downloads like their speaker slides or handouts. How many times have you been at an event and you wanted to follow along? You can add links to their social media so people right at the event, as they're listening to the speaker that they love, they can start linking with them on social media and they can start sharing that information out. Just imagine the power of that. Finally, we've come to the 5th feature, which happens to be my favorite because that's how to make money off your app. So I've already given you a few ideas where you could sell event tickets on your app, or you could sell things like books and seminars and workshops and all of that, which is fabulous, and you should do that. But another thing you can do is use your app as a way to advertise. Now, you wouldn't just want to put any ad on your app and you wouldn't want it to distract, but you want to make it useful. So here, I'll give you an example. So let's say, your event ends at around 4 or 5. People get hungry around that time. They'll be looking for something local to go to. So why don't you hit a few of the local restaurants that are good quality restaurants that you like, and talk to the managers and just say, look, why don't you advertise? I advertise your menu, I advertise your venue, and maybe give people a little perk for coming over of like 10% off if they're my attendees. And in exchange, you can not only offer that you will advertise that restaurant on your app, but you can offer that you can do that before and after the event as well. So just imagine a restaurant owner getting 3 full months of an ad on your app. And meanwhile, your event attendees are thinking about, now they've got someplace to go after the event, right? It works out for everybody. And of course, you're making money off that every month as well. So very, very valuable for everyone involved. Here's something else you can do. How about adding some spice to your vendor packages by offering premium price vendors an exclusive ad spot right on your app? How about selling tickets to your next event while people are super hyped and excited about your current event? So just think about that and think about the different ways you can use it. How about if there's a speaker up there? Instead of them handing out those tedious paper forms and waiting for them to be passed around, people can hear the information while they're excited. They want it. You make it easy for them. They click on the app. They buy it instantly. Done. And remember, the easier you make it for someone to make a purchase, the higher the chance is that they will make that purchase. And if you don't believe me, I want you to think about what happens the next time you're standing in a grocery store lineup and you decide that you're going to impulse buy. See, they make it too easy. You see it, you want it, you grab it, you pay for it, it's done before you even have a chance to blink. Anyhow, I hope these tips were helpful for you. And remember, they only covered a few things that an app can do. That's only 5 features. Apps have hundreds of more features. So just imagine the possibilities. Also, before I leave, I just wanted to spell one myth that is out there. And people seem to think that you can only use an app once and then it's done. And that is by far not the truth. I didn't know where that came up with that. An app can be like a website. You can change the information on your app. So, for example, if you hold the same types of events, and especially if you've got the same followers, then it's going to be very, very easy for you. All you're doing is changing the date, changing the venue location, changing information about where people park. I mean, it's not that difficult for, well, it would be difficult for someone regular to do, but it's not difficult for an app team to do, especially if that function's already set up. The other thing you could do is have a calendar of events. So on your calendar of events, people are always aware of what your next event will be. So it doesn't really matter if you have a big event once a year and then do seminars throughout or whatever. The important thing is to remember is that an app is very, very useful if you have to get information out to your followers and if you want to grow that follower list and keep them engaged. There are many, many ways to use an app. You want to keep first friend in mind. You want to keep your branding up. You want to make sure that people are aware of what you're up to and what you're doing. And an app makes that super powerful and super simple. Because as I mentioned before, oh, and I lost my phone. Give me a second. I'm leaving. I've got it. People are only ever a few seconds away or a few centimeters away from their precious phones. And if you plan a lot of events, apps can absolutely be your best friend. So, if you're convinced that you simply cannot do your next event without an app, then please check out the information I've added for you below or to my left and check out this very, very special promo that I've made especially for people who run events. So again, it's Trisha. I hope you found this information very valuable. Please be sure to like the video, follow me on my channel, and also please don't be afraid. If you've got some questions, please reach out, email me, connect with me on social media, let me know what they are. I'll be very happy to answer them for you.